Hello everyone, this is Elspeth of the Planeswalker Pantheon, bringing you something very special. It is Ultimate Masters. It's our box opening. We do it for every special set, and every set that we can. Anyways, let's just jump right into it. I can't wait to get this. I got this on Friday during release day. I even got a chance to draft it. And it's amazing. There's just so much value, from commons to uncommons to rares to mythics. Yeah, there's some that you would rather open more than others, but hey, at the end of the day, it's an experience. I definitely recommend, if you have the chance to do it, draft it, be it at your local store or buy a box yourselves and draft it with a bunch of friends, because this is such a cool set to draft. Now, there it is. The ultimate box topper. Now, due to popular demand, as decided by poll on our page, the Facebook page of the Planeswalker Pantheon, I'm going to save this little beauty for the end. We'll see you later. Let's just get into the packs though, shall we? There we go. Just to let you guys know, if you ever open these packs, these ones are done up just like the Japanese packs, like what Battle Bond was. So the rares and mythics are up the front. Rares and mythics are up the front. And commons and uncommons in that order. Four's Nightbird's Clutches. And our first rare is a Disrupting Shoal. So for X blue, you get an instant arcane spell. You may exile a blue card with a converted mana cost X from your hand rather than play the spell's mana cost. Counter target spell if its converted mana cost is X. Fire Ice, very nice for Pauper. Oops, I'm just not making. And these are also printed, it's been printed in the same area as they did Battle Bond, because it has a very similar feel to it. Let's get to the next one. So, like I said, this set was very fun to draft. I did just the one draft on release day. I went to Black-White Reanimator, and there was some insane turns. Our foil is a Deranged Assistant. And our rare is an Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. It's a legendary land. Each land is a swamp in addition to its other land types. So there's, like I said, Reanimator's a kind of thing, a thing you can do with this set. There's sort of a Bogle's Heroic. There's Madness. There's a lot of things you can do with this set. It's so fun. So we've got Disrupting Shoal and an Urborg. Let's keep going. Our four is Olivia's Degree, and we've already seen it. The rare is Goryo's Vengeance, very, very popular in Modern at the moment. So for 1 and a black, you get an instant arcane spell. Return target legendary creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step, and you can splice it onto another arcane spell for 2 and a black. We got a Bogle Boy, and the flavor text actually teaches you how to pronounce Bogle, whether it's Bogle or Bogle. Angel of Despair. Furnace Celebration. Whirlwind Adept, foil. This is. I've seen copies of this in foil. It looks so nice. That. Oh, we got the Merit Lage token. This looks sweet. I'm so happy they made more of these available. Code of Dark Tidings. And Raging Vein. It's one of the original man lands from the original Zendikar block. It's a land that enters the battlefield tapped. Taps for red or green. And for 2 red and green, till end of turn it becomes a 3/3 red and green elemental. When it attacks, you put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it's still a land. Used to see playing Jund. I don't know if that's still the case these days. Toot toot. Dredge is back with Golgari Brown Scale and a few other cool pieces. Ingature, very good in sideboards of Living End decks. Let me see if I can move these around a little bit, that way I'm not reaching around as much. Oh, you can really see the piles. It's a good start so far. Can't wait to hit the big cash, some big money. And I hope that's what our box topper contains. That falls an Angelic Renewal. And we got a Life from the Loam with the brand new artwork. It's not Therese Nielsen, but it's still freaking gorgeous. So for 1 green, it's a sorcery. Return up to 3 target land cards from your graveyard to hand, and you dredge it for 3. Frantic Search, another nice common for Pauper, unless it was already there. That was the last gasp. And we've got a Fauna Shaman, nice. So if you're familiar with, I can't remember the effect, Natural Order? This is basically Natural Order on a stick. So for 1 green, you get a 2/2 Elf Shaman. Pay green, tap and discard a creature card, search your library for a creature card, then reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. Kadama's Reach, a nice valuable common. Because Commander players will always need more Kadama's Reaches in their lives. I've got an Ooze. Foil Kadama's Reach, that's got to be worth a little bit of money. Because, like I said, Commander players love their Kadama's Reach. And we got an Eldrazi Conscription. So for 8 mana, you get a Tribal Enchantment, Eldrazi Aura, Enchant Creature. Enchanted creature gets +10/+10, has Trample and Annihilator 2. So it turns your small boys into big boys. Counter School, a nice uncommon to pick up. Golgari Thug, very nice, I actually need those. And Devoted Droid, man, that uncommon slot was actually pretty packed. I definitely recommend, if you are to ever draft this set, stick to 2 colours. There's not a lot of fixing in this set besides Terramorphic Expanse and obviously the Kadama's Reach. But Kadama's Reach you already have to be in green to start with. But yeah, I definitely recommend that if you are going to go down this path for draft, that you stick to 2 colours predominantly. Unless you're planning to pick up all the Terramorphic Expanses. Wickerbar Elder is our foil. And Demonic Tutor. So for 1 black, it's a sorcery. Search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, then shuffle your library. Rally the Ancestors. Actually, I had a good story about Patchwork Gnomes. Like I said, I was playing Reanimator. Kadama's Reach, Faithless Looting. I was playing Reanimator in the release day draft. And what I decided to do was, I had an Ormox Crusher in hand. I pitched it at the end of turn, and then I just reanimated it. Like all good reanimated decks love to do in the following turn, with the blue player tapped out. It felt good. There's a Skywing Haven. And we have a Glenalandra Archmage. So for 3 and a blue, it's a 2/2 with flying. It's a fairy wizard. You pay blue to sacrifice the Glenalandra Archmage, counter target non-creature spell. It also has persist, so when it dies, if it has no -1/-1 counters on it, you return it to the battlefield with a counter. Oh man, I've been so excited to open this box though. Like I said, I've been waiting for a couple of days now. And I was just sitting there on my... just on my desk. Just waiting to be cracked open. What's nice is that even though some of these cards might not necessarily be the big ticket items, there is still money to be had. Like, it's not like you're getting absolute trash cards. Which is always nice and appreciated. Our foil's Aether Snipe. And we've got a Sublime Archangel. So for 2 white, you get a 4/3 creature angel with flying and exalted. So, and if other creatures you control have exalted. We've got a nice E-Witness with the brand new art with the pretty dog. Rogue's Passage, Magmore. Like blue-green has a madness theme, green-white has a like a heroic slash a heroic sort of heroic and burgle sort of theme. I'm just trying to think what would be the other type. Blue-red is sort of a spell slingy archetype, as blue-red tends to want to do. Our foil's a Moon of the Unhallowed. And we've got a Creeping Tar Pit, another one of the original Zendikar lands. So it enters the battlefield tapped. It taps a blue or black, and for 1 blue-black, it becomes a 3/2 which can't be blocked. Murderous Redcap, very nice. And Brawn. Good old Think Twice. I don't know if this still sees play in Modern anymore. I think it's been replaced with better cards. Awful Snout. Storm-Shadowed Warriors. Generator Servant. I think red-black is sort of a sacrificey theme. I'm just going off memory. Obviously, one draft is not enough to sort of work out fully all the archetypes. Our foil is an Urban Evolution. And our rare is a Phyrexian Tower. So it's a land. It taps for a colorless. Tap and sacrifice a creature to add 2 black to it. Black to your mana pool. You got a Shriekmaw, a Daknor Salvage, Shirei Shizo's Caretaker, Deranged Assistant. I'm just trying to think what the other archetypes that I remember seeing could put together. I'm sure more will come. Ooh, our foil rare is a Desolate Lighthouse. So it taps to add a colors, and for 1 blue-red, you draw a card, then discard a card. And our first mythic is a Lord of Extinction. So for 3 black-green, it's a creature elemental. Lord of Extinction's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in all graveyards. So it's constantly a big boy. Got a Lava Spike, Mystic Retrieval, I love this artwork, and a Stinger Fling Spider. But hey, at the end of the day, if you can't afford to buy a box, you can always come here. If you can't afford a draft, I've got plenty of stories to regale. Oh, and our second mythic is a Khan Liberated. So for 7 mana, if you play Tron, you are very familiar with what this card does. It's a legendary Planeswalker Khan. +4, target player exiles a card from their hand. -3, exile target permanent. And for -14, you restart the game, leaving in exile all non-aura permanents exiled with Khan Liberated. Then you put those cards onto the battlefield under your control. He starts with 6 loyalty. Travel prep. There we go. From one okay mythic to one pretty good one. I can't complain about that. But there's always time for some more value, huh? Crusher with the brand new artwork. So yeah, like I was saying, when I reanimated that Ulamog's Crusher, my opponent then main phase dig through, end of turn dig through timed. Found a Faith's Fetters, and I could never do what I wanted to do. Our foil is an Awful Snout. And we got, speaking of dig through time, I seem to have called that. So for 6, blue, it's an instant with Delve. You look at the top 7 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom in any order. Then basically what happened was, after that, he exiled the dig through time using a living law. And I'm like, I'm not letting you have a second dig through time, my friend. Miss Vale Plains, very nice. Speaking of living law. Wow, I'm like doing all the cool shots today, young peasy. I might as well just save that story for this pack if I knew that. Yes, this format does have the capacity for some real swingers of games. In fact, actually, when I did the draft, I actually opened a Reanimate and a Bitter Blossom, which I took both of, because those were cash. Between those two, I made the money back in my draft, straight up. Hyena Umbra. And we've got Lava Core Reaches. Man, we're hitting all the Zendikar lands. So, Lava Core Reaches, it's the Zendikar land that enters the battlefield tapped. It taps for black or red. And for 1 black or red, black and red, it becomes a 2/2 with basically X grade fire breathing. Desperate Ritual with brand new art. And Apprentice Exorciser. Isn't this the first time it's been printed outside of a Commander set? I might be wrong. Green-black is sort of graveyard shenanigans with Dredge. I'm just trying to think. There's just a lot of stuff that you can do with this. But like I said, if you are ever going to draft this, I highly recommend staying in 2 colors. Unless you've got ways to fix. There aren't that many. Mammoth Umbra. And Pattern of Rebirth with really sweet Therese Nielsen art. So if you play Legacy, you're probably familiar with Pattern Rebirth. So for 3 and a green, it's an enchantment aura, you enchant a creature. When the creature dies, that creature's controller may search their library for a creature card, put that onto the battlefield, and then shuffle their library. Spider Spawning, a fun draft card. So anyways, how have you guys been? I've been pretty well. Seriously, this is a fun set. Seder Wayfinder. And we've got a Magus of the Bazaar. So for 1 in the blue, it's an 0/1 creature human wizard. You draw 2 cards and then discard 3. So basically, if you're familiar with Bazaar of Baghdad and Legacy in Vintage, you know what this card does. Vengeful Rebirth with the nice Seb McKinnon art. I think this is so pretty. Chainer's Edict. Finally, they got this reprinted in paper for Pauper. Pardon me. Alright, we need something really nice here. Because I don't want to have to rely on the box topper to save this box. Got a foil Arena Athlete. And we got a Vexing Devil. So for 1 and a red, you get a creature devil. It's a 4/3. When it enters the battlefield, any opponent may have it deal 4 damage to them. If the player does, sacrifice the Vexing Devil. Oops. Mutation. Artisan of Kozilek. Hooties. Oh, foil Shriekmaw. Nice. This actually comes out really nice in foil. And we got a Tasiga the Golden Fang. So for 5 and a black, it's a legendary creature, Human Charm. And it's a 4/5. It has Delve. And for 2 and 2 Simic Hybrid, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then return a non-land card of an opponent's choice from your graveyard to your hand. For Kundity. For Thug. That's my 3rd Thug. I just need 1 more for my Legacy Dredge deck. Man, is it that case of all the good rares and mythics sinking to the bottom? I sure hope so. Learn a unicorn. And we got a Back to Basics! Again with sweet Therese Nielsen art. Again, if you're familiar with Legacy, you've probably seen this card in gameplay. In the Miracles deck, they run the most basics in any Legacy deck. So for 2 and a blue, it's an enchantment. Non-basic lands don't untap during their controller's untap steps. Fiend Hunter, always nice to see one of them. Matter of Sands. Rally the Peasants. And a rare Dawnbringer. So for 6 white, you get a 4/6 legendary creature, Angel with Flying. Beginning of your upkeep, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Got a foil Angel of Despair. And we've got an All Is Dust. So for 7 mana, it's a tribal sorcery Eldrazi. Each player sacrifices all coloured permanents they control. Lands do not count, unfortunately. And this is our last pack before we get to our little box topper. There we go. So if I open it behind, just know that I'm not cheating or peeking. You're always getting the exact reactions. Got the worm. Ooh, foil Eternal Witness. That's going to be worth a little bit of something, right? And we got a Stirring Wildwood. I think we hit almost every single one of the Zendikar lands. So Stirring Wildwood enters the battlefield taps. It taps for green or white. Until end of turn, it becomes a 3/4 green and white elemental creature with reach. It's still a land. And we got a Finks, got an Anger, and a Circular Logic. Alright, now, time for the thing that we've all been waiting for. Wow, that really shakes the camera. Yeah, it's time for the box topper. Now, I've learned that you open it face down. So, you get the most efficient surprise. Alright, do it like this. Yep, there we go. Alright. And our box topper is... Drum roll, please. Oh, it's a Bitter Blossom! Oh, man, this in the full bleed art looks so pretty. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just going to gush over this for 5 minutes. My apologies, guys, but this is so nice. So, for those who aren't familiar with what Bitter Blossom does, it's a 1 black tribal enchantment fairy. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a 1/1 black fairy rogue with creature token with flying. And that, my friends, is our Ultimate Masters opening. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys on the page. Link is down below. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, do all those things that let people know that we exist. And I hopefully will see you next time.